This seminar will introduce the types of power supply products manufactured by Cozal and the applications used by our customers. First, I will explain the switch mode power supply system Cozal uses, as well as the features and applications of each type of power supply. The "What is a switch mode power supply?" section provides an overview of switch mode power supplies and their operation, while the Features and Applications by Power Supply Type section introduces the features of each power supply type and the applications in which they are used. Our switch mode power supplies include AC/DC and DC/DC power supplies. Components mounted on the control boards of industrial equipment used in factories and other locations operate on DC voltage. So an AC/DC power supply is used to convert 100 VC input to 24 VDC output. Electronic components, such as ICs, have different operable voltage ranges and accuracies and require stable DC voltage. So DC/DC power supplies convert a 24 VDC input into a stable 5 VDC output. We use a switching method as our constant voltage power supply method. The switching method uses a power MOSFET or similar device as a switching element to switch at high speed, convert and adjust power, and stabilize the output. Adopting this method not only realizes high efficiency and contributes to energy conservation, but also enables the product itself to be miniaturized, which has the advantage of reducing the space occupied by your equipment. However, a disadvantage is the generation of high-frequency noise due to the high-speed switching of switching elements. I will now give an explanation of the internal configuration of a switch mode power supply using an AC/DC power supply as an example. A switch mode power supply rectifies and smooths the AC voltage on the input side. Next, the switching section switches while adjusting the on-off time and regulates to the target DC voltage. This regulated DC voltage can be connected to the control board in the customer's equipment. Next, let's look at the properties and uses of the various types of switch mode power supplies. Our switch mode power supplies are widely used in industrial equipment. Our product range includes AC/DC and DC/DC power supplies in a variety of sizes, capacities, and shapes. First, let me introduce some of the industrial equipment in which many of our power supplies are installed. Here, a unit-type power supply is used as an example. Unit-type power supplies are box-shaped with a chassis and cover, and can be screwed into the customer's chassis. A wide range of power bandwidths from 10 W to 1500 W are available, and cover-mounted products can prevent electric shock from high-voltage internal components. Products 300 W and above are equipped with a fan for forced air cooling inside the power supply and have alarm functions and other hidden features. Like unit power supplies, bare board power supplies are also used in industrial equipment. A bare board power supply has a connector interface and can be screwed into the chassis of industrial and other equipment. The power bandwidth is from 10 W to 300 W and covers are available as optional extras. The advantages of not having a cover are lower cost, better heat dissipation, ambient temperature derating, and longer power supply lifespan. Additionally, due to the low height of the product, it is often used side by side with other control boards and the like during user mounting. DC/DC power supplies are mainly used for control boards of industrial equipment. Onboard power supplies can be directly mounted in tight spaces on the control board of your equipment, with a choice of SIP, DIP, or SMD pin types in accordance with this series. Our product range has power supplies with power output from 1.5 watt to 80 watt, and aluminum electrolytic capacitors, which are consumable components, are not used. As medical devices are important products that are related to human life, standards and laws are strictly regulated. Our unit power supplies are also used in such medical equipment that is strictly regulated, and some of our products have acquired the medical standard IEC 60601-1, which indicates the assurance of safety and reliability. By using products that have acquired the use standards, time required for acquiring standards for the power supply part can be reduced. Our medical standard power supplies contain internal two-phase fuses and have reinforced insulation to meet medical standards. This eliminates the need for external two-phase fuses, breakers, and isolation transformers, contributing to miniaturization and weight and cost reduction for your system. If medical standards are not yet obtained, external two-phase fuses and breakers can be installed or an isolation transformer can be used, but in some cases the system will be larger and heavier, increasing costs. A multi-slot power supply is a unit power supply that can provide multiple outputs from a single power supply. These types of power supplies are mainly mounted on semiconductor devices, and multiple output voltages can be freely configured to suit the conditions of your equipment. The use of a highly flexible, multi-slot power supply can also be expected to reduce costs from custom power supplies. Power supplies previously used in multiple configurations can now be consolidated into a single multi-slot power supply, which has a single input system, reducing leaks and inrush currents. In addition, EMI countermeasures are easier to implement because noise impacts from multiple power supplies are eliminated. The DIN rail power supply has a DIN rail attachment on the back of the power supply, allowing one-touch installation on the DIN standard rails used in control panels and power distribution panels. Our range includes a wide range of products from 30 watt to 480 watt, with two types of input-output terminal blocks are available: block terminals, which are common in Japan, and European terminals. The airflow is directed upward through the air holes on the bottom of the power supply, allowing it to be cooled naturally. We also offer the KR series of diode modules for redundancy to meet the redundant operation required in update systems. Bus converter power module power supplies are mounted and used in the base of railroad rolling stock and telecommunications equipment. First, let's look at bus converter power module power supplies used in rolling stock equipment. Although the power supply is small, it is capable of high output, and our lineup ranges from 50 watt to 250 watt. The high output requires motorized heat dissipation through your equipment chassis or heat sinks, and can be used in enclosed locations such as rolling stock. The DHS series complies with the EN 50155 railroad standard. Next, I'll introduce bus converter power module power supplies that are used in base station communication equipment and provide a stable communication environment. -48 VDC is supplied to our CHS series from the power supply unit in the base station, and then used by converting to voltage for the transmitting amplifier. External components are required for mounting on your multi-layer boards. For cooling conditions, the standard product can be forced air cooled by a fan, while an optional product with a base plate can be used in a sealed chassis because of its motorized heat dissipation capability. This concludes the seminar on the types of power supply products and your applications. Thank you for watching.